you're welcome this evening. Good evening, good evening. If you're watching this much later, what will I call this one now? Ferrari Talks, that's what I'll call it. It's about money. I would call it welcome Bloons, welcome Mr. Fami K, welcome. We're just waiting for people to join. Hey, Iduno, Abuja, how you doing? Dayo, I can see you. Great, welcome everybody. Good evening. There's a pastor in the house. Pastors want to drive Ferraris too. That's okay. So let me just let me pin, I'll call it Ferrari Talks. Allow me to do that this evening. All right. Great. Yes, Ferrari Talks. Okay, posts, and then I pin the comments. Beautiful, you're welcome. My name is Jimmy. If you've never met me before, you are meeting a very simple guy that just wants to be, amongst many things, is going to be a multi-millionaire in dollars, minimum level. All right, we're here this evening because somebody caused trouble online yesterday and bought 3 Ferraris for his 3 daughters. And we said we like that. You are here because you like that. You are here because you want to do good things. All right. So if you're here and you would like to buy Ferraris for your children, or let me qualify better, you want to be in a position that you can buy without too much stress. Are we together? Put your name there. Gerald, I see you. Good evening. Long time. All right. All right. Everybody pink. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Thank you. Pick the color of the Ferrari. Now, your Ferrari is not just a car. Your Ferrari is a level of life you want to live, a standard of life you want to live. So pick a color. What's your favorite color? If I get a Ferrari, it's most likely going to be blue. Okay? So you are all welcome. Beautiful. Sometimes you do Lamborghini talks. Some people want Lamborghini. It's your choice what you want to do. Okay, beautiful. $1 million gang. I like that. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. You are welcome. I like Gerald. Gerald says always black. In other words, no, I like this person. Who is this? KG? KG says a purple Ferrari. Eyes. Are you sure you love the Lord? You want a red Ferrari. Beautiful. Okay, I shouldn't cause trouble. Don't worry, I won't cause trouble. The kind of trouble it's going to cause is the one that will change your life. Okay, a black Ferrari from Abuja, Idunu, brown Ferrari from Ola, red from Chigozie. Don't worry, blue Ferrari gang, we're here. Beautiful. Okay, Coach Oge, Maryland, a red Ferrari. I'm looking at all of you. You guys look at, I like the silver Ferrari. Beautiful. Anyway, guys, let me say this to you. See, this thing I'll talk about today. God, when is today. We are going to begin, this journey towards it, and I want to say welcome to you this evening. We're going to have fun. I can guarantee you that. I tell people that I was made on a Friday in heaven. God was doing a TGIF and made me. So, even my wife is here. She wants to drive Ferrari. Don't worry, I'll buy for you. You can log out. I will buy you, my daughter, my son, Ferraris. Okay, that is guaranteed. Well, I've been on the journey for a bit, and I saw the trends and all that yesterday. People saw the pictures, and people were like, some people jokingly went and were calling their father, Daddy, how far? What's going on? Where's my Ferrari? I tell people that, well, there's not much our parents can do about that. The question is what we're going to do for our own kids. Whether we're going to be in a position where we can actually do what we want to do. I actually prefer an Austin Martin. Beautiful, no problem at all at the same price, $200,000 alone. With that, you can buy many cars. Someone says I want to buy a Rolls Royce Ghost. In fact, that's the one I think I should get because it's close to the Holy Ghost. Amen. I'm telling you. So either way, you need cash. So now let me quickly give a caveat. If you don't like money, you are in the wrong channels. Please go somewhere else. If you believe that money or the like of money, not the love of money, the lack of money is the root of all evil, please, you are in the wrong place. I'm going to corrupt you tonight. I don't want to change your doctrine, so please leave. The people that are here today have said, I love God and then I like money. Are we together? I like money because money enables me. The man had a choice. He could have bought gelato for the daughters. But from buying, the other day, they went to go and buy gelato. They traveled to buy gelato. I want to travel to buy gelato. Is that okay? So really tonight, what we're talking about is getting to a position where you can have a choice. You can actually choose what you want to do. All right. And the fact about it is that on this side of eternity, money actually enables you to do everything. Now, someone says, wow, if the only thing that comes to your mind when you think about money is, oh, the love of money, you have a challenge. I'm telling you, yes, the love of money is the root of all evil, but there's also the money outside all things, and there's also, and this was not in the Bible, money is immoral. It depends on whose hand it enters. I know you. If money enters your hand, people will be grateful to God. I know that if you look, there are people here this evening that if you got one spare $10 million, and because you're a good person, there are families that will be happy this December. Their lives will be transformed. I mean, you will go to a hospital, and yes, you can lay hands, you will lay hands and all that, that you also lay pockets. Are we together? By the time you lay two, the hospital will be empty. Are we together? I mean, you can do those kind of things. Ladies and gentlemen, there are people suffering. I'm telling you, I can tell you that upon the face of the earth, there are more than 10 million people that are living less than $1 a day. If you decide to add one more dollar and you have the capacity, why not? If not, tonight is not just about money. Tonight is about choice. The ability to choose whether it's Ferrari, Bugatti, Aston Martin, whether it's a Rolls Royce. I mean, those things are just expressions, but really it's about what you want to do. I want to have a choice. I want to be able to, my wife, just got in from work not long ago. I could just say to her, baby, we don't have to sleep at home today. It's choice, and lightning will not come from heaven. God is not angry that you slept in a 7-star hotel. I'm telling you, I'm serious. God is not angry with those guys. God, let me now say this for somebody's benefit. God is not angry that you bought a Ferrari. The question is that what else did you do beyond that? I'm serious. God is really not concerned about those things, to be very honest. But hey, don't let me get ahead of myself. Yes, they call me the prof, and that's because I do something called the Money High series and all that. So really tonight is about choice, okay? And I want us to let me say this to you, not everybody is choosing now. Even at the level where I am, there's some things I can't choose. I just said now, I could take my wife tonight, with coffee and everything. I could take her to a really nice hotel tonight and they do massage, everything. And tomorrow morning, there's we have like a convoy that takes her to work. Just, it's choice. But sir, there has to be things to follow. Are we together? It's choice. It's choice to be able to bless people, to be a blessing. I did a Money High session on Tuesday, and asked people that what would they do if they had millions of dollars, and you see the good things you are telling me, but you see even their neighbors are not feeling them now because they can only pray. It's great to pray, but even in the Bible that many of us quote and all that, he said if somebody is lacking clothes, you don't just pray, you pray, then take them to a store and say, pick what you want. Sir, it is called what? Choice. So tonight we're going to look at a few things, and I'm going to make it very practical. Someone say, I hope this not inspired to pass back to retire. No, you are going to be fired by the end of the day. That's all I can guarantee. So please stay tuned. Stay with me for 1 hour, and I guarantee you that you're going to hear something that's really going to help you. I am on my journey. Some of you saw my Ferrari, my picture on my page. Really small. But I've learned that even though it's small, it can become big tomorrow. So when you see me driving my Ferrari or my, I saw the, the Rolls Royce Ghost. I like that. I, the Holy Ghost, riding in a Rolls Royce Ghost. Anyway, let's leave that. Okay, so like I said, tonight is about choice, and particularly financial choice. Let me ask you tonight, if you had $1 million tonight, what will you do that you cannot do right now? Can I see that? Please put that in the comment section. Tell me one thing you will do. One thing you will do tonight that if you had $1 million that you could do. Maybe it's even interest on, capital and all that. Okay? Is that going to be a replay? Yes, I'm going to save it. Don't worry. Someone say I like good things. Anybody here that likes bad things, tonight you are delivered. Say loud amen. We all like good things. Okay? All right? Beautiful. So, guys, there are things that you could do. Good things you could do. Even tonight, and that's the power of. Someone said, quit my job. Hey, okay, you have just helped me to remove 2 legs of a table that I need to shake. Guys, a lot of people are where they are, not because I love my job, but because I don't have a choice. Let me tell you something. When I was working, I worked in 5 different organizations. One of the things, sometimes we buy a house. Do you know you can buy a house tonight? One lady told me, she's into real estate. She said, a client transferred 200 million. just spoke to the bank, and there are some things you can do, ladies and gentlemen. Where you are living is not where you want to live, honestly. It's just the choice you have right now, and it's okay to be content. Please don't misunderstand me with where you are, but be content and dissatisfied. It is allowable. I would invest in my dreams. I would resign. See, people wanted to resign. I would do my youth work full time. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to look. This view that what you're writing, you need to make that money so you can do what you want to do with your heart. Sometimes I will buy a house in the location of my choice. I will impact the footballers I have in mind. I love that. Do you know how many footballers die in Nigeria and nobody remembers them? And you can just say, do you know how much joy they bring to us? And God say, you know what? For your children, scholarship to Harvard. They will pray to God. They will bless God. And by the way, that's one of the major reasons why you're going to have to be wealthy. See, people will thank God that you are the answer. I'm telling you. So please, this is not about, just having money to compete. We are not here to compete. We are here to be a blessing. And we're here to have a choice to live a great and a good life. Are we together? So let's go now. A few things. So I said, look, financial choice is either given or earned. You see, some people are born into some homes, and I'll get to that in a minute. But many of us were not born into where there's financial choice. In fact, the choice they gave us, for many of us, was very, very, very limited. And if that's the situation, then we need another formula to be able to correct that. Are we together? So number one is the fact that you need, for you to be able to have financial choice. Now listen to me. I did a calculation yesterday. Now, why could Saefo, that's what I call him, Femi Otedola, why could you do what he did? Of course, he probably had access. You might be shocked, you might not even list those cars. But you see, even leasing, there are some cars you can lease. You can lease a Toyota, you can lease a Lexus, you can lease a Prado, but to lease a Ferrari is a different thing altogether. And what that means in essence is that even at that level, he has a choice. But he could do that because he's been certified that he's a billionaire. Now, guys, you need to understand that these guys actually don't spend what if you have listened to me before, you will hear me talk about your revolving wealth fund. Your revolving wealth fund. Guys, please, I want to beg you. You are about to change. Your car is moving from whatever it is now, in quotes, to a Ferrari. Please, that means the kind of people you'll be rolling with. Ferraris don't drive on some roads. Do you know Ferraris don't drive with some people? So that means you're about to change status. So if there's anybody in your environment that you love, can you share this with them? At the bottom of the screen, you will see one arrow that is there. Send the link to them. Let them be a part of it. Guess what? I love one man, my buddies. When all my guys are ballers, we are balling together financially to the glory of God. Hallelujah. That would be great. So please, there is something like an arrow at the bottom of your screen. Click that arrow. That way you are able to share with your friends tonight. All right. So number one, you could do that because he's a billionaire. So what are you? And that's the problem. When I meet people, I say, wow, are you a millionaire? And they're like, I think so. Guys, you don't know so. You must know. When these billionaires are talking, they know that they're billionaires. Just this week, like I said, in my program earlier this week, I had that Lionel Messi is now in the billion range as a footballer, the second footballer who has got into the billion range. So when you meet Lionel Messi and you say, sir, what is your financial identity? I need to define that. Let me write that down. That's very powerful. Your financial identity. Your financial identity, you must know it. And it's either, I'm going to tell you the dimensions of financial identity. You are either, there is thousandaire, but I'm almost sure that if I check Google for thousandaire, let me try. Maybe we can accommodate you. Thousandaire. There's nothing like that. Thousandaire. There is one whose wealth is estimated as thousands of a currency. So many people are thousandaires. And guys, as I said this to you, some of you are angry. But that's the reality. Now, please be careful. Someone says, no, I'm a millionaire. In which currency? The currency determines. I gave an example on Tuesday. I said the guy that had $360 million in Nigeria in January had $1 million. Today, that $360 million is not $1 million any longer. That guy has moved from $1 million to $1,000. He's a thousandaire now. So we decided that so that we will not be having a pendulum experience in our financial identity, we will stick with the dollar denominated millionaire. So Our conversations are about dollars. And what I'm saying in essence is that when we say thousandaire, it's not even thousandaire in naira. It is thousandaire in dollars. Are we together? Chris says, no, I'm a millionaire. See, Chris, my brother, good man. He bought me a book. See the book he bought for me. I will teach you to be rich. Guys, we're not playing games here. I'm reading the book. I'm checking. And I love this book because this book speaks about it from a global perspective. Don't let me get it myself. Let me just drop the book here, and all that. But hey, so there's thousandaire. Someone says, I reject thousandaire. Look, you must reject it not with a confession, but with your possession. Hey, are we together? I'm serious. See, the way to reject thousandaire is to become a millionaire. That's the only way. You can be shouting, I reject. Let me see, you're my sister, all right? And I love you very much. So it's not what I'm talking about. But here, you cannot say I reject alone. So the way to reject thousandaire is to become a millionaire. So you have to know what is your current financial identity. It is even sad to say some people are not thousandaires, maybe they are hundredaires. Let me cover my eye on their behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about wealth. We're not talking about how much salary you earn. We're talking about your net worth. And I'm going to explain the reason for a net worth, because people say, oh, why are they always talking about net worth? No, God is my father. I own the land. Go and buy land now. Let's see now. Abi, let's go. I know you own the land. It's a spiritual reality, but it's not a vital reality. You can't bamboozle me with Bible. I will shock you. Are we together? So what I'm saying, and I'm saying it for your benefit, is that you have to know where you are. You can't improve without knowing where you are. Are you a hundredaire? Or are you a thousand? Let me even say there is hundredaire, there is thousandaire. Pastor Samson, you're here. Good to see you. There is now let me help some of you. You're not that bad. You're a multi-thousandaire. How about that? You're a by the time you put your money in dollars, you're a multi-thousandaire. Just accept where you are. Don't feel bad about it. But guys, I'm going to say I accept millionaire euros, and I love that. So we have to work on it. We have to work on it. Yes, spiritual reality versus vital reality. See, I'm a Christian by belief and all that, but that's what I'm actually talking about tonight. And, I heard that Jesus became poor that I might be rich. I think Jesus will be angry when I see him. He said, Bobo, I need to perform. So I want to perform. And that's just me, and that's just personal. But that's where I'm going tonight. Stay with me. All right? So there is hundredaire, there's thousandaire, there's multi-thousandaire in dollars. Then there's millionaire. Guys, until you decide to become a millionaire in dollars, you are not now. It has to be a decision, a financial decision that your heart is committed to. I have made up my mind that I'm going to do now. I did something recently. I sat there and I said, I need 475 million naira to have $1 million in net worth. All right. And net worth basically speaks about your assets minus your liability. Someone say, we can't even go there. No, we can't even go there. All right. So asset minus liability. And what that means essentially is that I said to myself, I only need 475 more million naira. And actually so even if I'm earning in naira, even though now I've advised people find a way to earn in dollars. Guys, let me say this to you. If there are 10 people and they are all hoping and praying that they will become millionaires in dollars. By my own survey, I am 42 years old this year. I can tell you that less than one of them will become that millionaire. If they don't do something intentionally to become that. We have been around for a while now, which also should know that there's something to be done. If you want to be struck by lightning, go to where lightning strikes regularly. Don't be hoping lightning will come and meet you at home. Find out, do research, and go and stand there. It will catch you one day. It's the same thing also. When it comes to money, you have to be intentional about it. I, for many years, was not intentional about it. And while the Lord supplied all my needs, I realized I had wants too. And so when it comes to that dimension, you have to be very intentional about building. So let's leave the thousandaire level. There's thousandaire, there are millionaires, stay with me, there are multi-millionaires, there are billionaires, and very recently we have centi-billionaires. So we have people that their net worth is $160 billion. One human beings. Do you understand? One human beings. That one cannot be human being again. It is one human beings. And what that means essentially is that they have shown us another possibility. So the better way, and tonight we're not talking about spirituality, we're speaking about finances, and that's the problem. We try to model things up. We're talking about finances, and we agree that money is good when it touches your own hand because you're a good person. So I have no restrictions in my heart talking confidently about money. Now let's go on. So if he could buy these cars, all right, because he's a billionaire, I can almost tell you he probably did not buy it from what I call his revolving wealth fund. Your revolving wealth fund, guys, hear me. Every rich person knows their wealth. Now, this way, oh, they say people in the world. It's okay, we're in the world. We're not on the world. But hear me. A billionaire will tell you, I'm worth 3.6 billion. They're always checking it. Why are you not checking it? Oh no, I don't want my heart to shift from God. He says that you remember the Lord your God. You see that gives you power to get wealth. But we say, verse 17, Deuteronomy 8. He says, when you're eating your food, do not forget. Please be full first. You see, until you're full, you cannot forget. Be full first. Are we together? Be financially full. Get to the point where you are tempted to say, Lord, I surrender. So when you are surrendering like $1 million, not 10 kobo. Are we together? I'm being very serious tonight. All right, let's go on. So I can tell you that he took from his revolving wealth fund. You and I have heard the story of Safemi Otedola, that what he did was that he was the owner of 40 Oil, and in one move, he sold all his shares. And what was he doing? He was divesting from the downstream sector of the oil and gas industry to go and invest in his friend's business, Dangote's business. He took most of his money, well, according to what he said, a lot of his money, and he put it in Dangote's business, and he is now in a place where so the money he got is what we call his revolving wealth fund. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to build your revolving wealth fund. For those that know the scripture that are familiar with, it says you will lay up gold as dust. Why did he say that? He said that because that is your revolving wealth fund. Let me tell you, you are meant to get to a point you don't need to work for money. You'll be working, but at 60, I want to work for pleasure, not open laptop and be presenting because if I don't do it, my child can't pay for Harvard. No. I want to be able to have, and the thing about it is this, that you can fall from a ladder by mistake, you never climb by mistake. So there's some intentionality where it comes to your finances. Are we together so far? Beautiful. So the wealthy hardly spend from their revolving wealth fund. They can divest, but they don't spend it. How much do you have in your revolving wealth fund? The revolving wealth fund is the total of your assets, hoping you don't have liabilities that outweigh the assets. What I mean by that is that you have real estate. For example, and when we say real estate, please, some real estate are not real. There are some places in Nigeria where I'm living where the real estate is not real. The fluctuation in price can take 10 years for 1% change. That's not real. It's not real, it's just estates. Are you hearing me? Real estate, the increase is exponential. There are certain locations. It is better to have 1 square foot where there's exponential growth than a whole compound where there's no movement. Are you hearing me? And so you have to be intentional about these things. It is, if you have precious metals, gold. I know people that have gold. You have people that have financial instruments. We'll talk about those kind of things very quickly this evening. But you've got to know what to do in this regard. You must build it. If I meet you in 1 year, you must be able to tell me, Jimmy, my net worth is this. The day you can tell me that, I know you're serious about your finances. Someone say, I'm laughing but listening. That's the whole idea. I told you, I promised you will be fun, but I'm being very, very honest. My own style of learning is that, if you stress people too much, they will not listen to you. Some people are already stressed. I'm sure some people logged in, they saw me and like, what's the guy talking about? No. It's okay. It's okay. You will get a Ferrari. Are we together? I remember I said Ferrari is about the status that allows you to have financial choices. Okay? So the wealthy hardly spend a revolving wealth fund. You need to know how much you have. You need to know, for example, if you want to liquidate your assets now, you need to know the value. Now, of course, be careful where you put your trust, and then because people lose money in the stock market, people are trading and all that, and one day, the thing just falls down. Don't lose faith. God is still your shepherd. But you have to also learn that even though the Lord is your shepherd, He's also going to guide you to be profitable. It's so important. So, what's the next I want to talk about? The next I want to talk about is that your revolving wealth fund is formed from your discipline with your channels of income. Your discipline with your channels of income. Let me say this to you. In 2020, anybody that had one stream of income, their heart was beating extra. There are people that were earning 5 million per month and they were not sure. They are praying, God, don't let them sack me. There were those that were earning in dollars and they were earning maybe $15,000 per month. They lost their job because of a particular industry that they were in at that point in time. Guys, are you listening to me? It's so important. So you've got to know that you need a revolving wealth fund. A revolving wealth fund. And it basically is what you use to invest that can grow over time. Now, let me tell you a secret about that fund. You start that fund with $1. You start with $1. You saw my miniature Ferrari I was holding. That's just what, and that's a lesson I was trying to pass across. That all you need is to start with $1. From 1 to 2 to 5 to 10 to 20 to 100. And that's the problem. You have always said to yourself, I don't have big money to put aside. Sir, you don't put big money aside. You put money aside. It is those that put money aside that can put big money aside. If you listen to me very well, I didn't know this, you know, and when I say I didn't know this, I'd heard about it, I probably even taught it before. But what you know is not what you say, it's what you do. So until you are doing it, you don't know it. You don't believe it. And so I have to do that. Okay? So let's go on. Now, so you have a revolving wealth fund, okay? And it's fed from your discipline with your channels of income. So number one is the current channels you have. How disciplined are you? I've had to learn to do that. When money is coming to my account, I can send money to my wife because she's more disciplined. I'm a nice guy, you know, I like making people happy and all that. But before I make them happy, I must make sure that my family, my posterity can be happy also in the future. So there's a bit of order where that is concerned. Okay, so having said all of that, I said it earlier, I said you need to move in your journey from being a millionaire to being a multi-millionaire to becoming a billionaire and eventually a centi-billionaire. All right? Now, don't worry about centi-billionaire. Don't worry about billionaire now, right now. Look for the next level from where you are in dollars. So, if you're a multi-thousandaire, then your next level is $1 million. If you are a thousandaire, meaning your net worth about $6,000. Don't say you want to move from $6,000 to $1 million. Move from $6,000 to $100,000. Be very honest with yourself. I'm serious, and you have to be intentional about these things. You check your temperature. You don't check your financial temperature. It can be a problem. You can have cardiac arrest financially. Just one bad thing happens, and then boom. Now, let me say this because I know people that know this guy is speaking blasphemy that God, you know, can supply my needs. Guys, I understand. But let me say this to you. God's design is not for you to live by financial miracles. Miracles are interventions usually. And they don't happen every day. I'm telling you, go and check it anywhere. Now, even if God blesses you with $20 million today, you are meant to be faithful with it. You are not going to get another $20 million the next day or maybe even the next year. It might just not happen that way. Ask anybody. Usually when you get one big money, you think that, God has changed my life. It is the discipline you apply that tells whether you're going to get the next one. I'm going somewhere tonight. All right. So what are the different ways to wealth? And I'm studying this. Someone said, Jimmy, are you qualified to talk to us about this? I'm qualified though. I've left where I was. I'm telling you. I've left where I was and I'm on my way somewhere. I'm telling you. So hear me. Hear me. Yes. God's design. And we have to say that. I believe in miracles. I believe that God lifts. I still prayed it today. That God, the windows of heaven, I still declare today. That God teaches me to prophet. I still declare today. But you must understand that God blesses the work of your hands. So you have to be practical where this is concerned. You take one step, then God amplifies it to 10. That is the hand of God. Not every day God is taking steps for you. God will not do that. That's not his design. Anyway, that's where I'm going tonight. What are the different ways of wealth? The first one, hear me, is inheritance. Guys, how I wish that who is your daddy or $10? You think I'll feel bad today if I was driving a blue Ferrari? It's not my fault. It's just I was born into it. Now, some of us are not born into it, but thank God we are born again into something. Are we together? And that's another dimension. But hear me, ladies and gentlemen, if you trace your family tree and there's nobody there that, you know, has a stash of gold, you know, or whatever, then you know that that's not your route. Don't even be praying. Say, God, relocate me into one family. Now, God can connect you to people. Don't misunderstand me. Are we together? But I want to say this to you. Let God do his work. You do your work. I'm telling you. Let God do his work. I've sat down, I've studied, You know, it's taking me a while. And the things I'm sharing, I'm not sharing just I'm on my own journey also. But I really want everybody to do well. So I'm sharing, you know, so let me say like they say, let me tell you what we're doing now. So that when we get there, you will not be saying, what did they do? Or what did they use? This is what it is. Okay? So let's remove inheritance. If, you know, Femi Otedolar's father was a former military commander or something like that for Lagos State. Now, that of the name, obviously he leveraged that name. If your name, if your family name, you are the one still investing in it, you can't leverage it. Don't be angry. There's a reason why you are born there. It's okay. How I wish I was something Dangote, Jimmy Dangote. You are not Jimmy Dangote, you are Jimmy Tewe. So be investing in Tewe so that 2 generations down the line, they can be telling you that, we have a wish our Tewe is also. Inheritance or a name. The second one is by marriage. The richest woman in the world did not work, in quotes, for it. She was just married. She's even divorced now. And that's their own, you know, personal thing. But she's worth about $60 billion by marriage. No wonder some people like, Lord, please, I cannot marry. It is well. I must marry. Hallelujah. You know what they mean by that? They are like, Father, finish the work before I arrive on the scene. Eve came into a complete 5-bedroom duplex. I cannot enter, face me and slap you. All right? So I don't blame ladies that want to do that. Number 2 is by marriage. But if you are married already and you see your spouse, you know you have to invest in it. Are we together? And if you are lucky, please be faithful with it. But let's even leave that one for now. The third one is real estate. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, some people like this, do you know, that's why you have to be open with your family. Some people who bought land, did not tell their family, they now died. God. And some of them bought land in, maybe like in Lekki, Lagos. And they bought it, you are keeping quiet, they just died. Ladies and gentlemen, please, have next of kin. You won't die, you will live and declare the glory of God. But let me say this to you, it's important. Real estate, and I told you the difference between real estate and estate. Real estate is the one that the growth. I came this year, it was 50 million. I came next year, it's 75 million. That's real estate. But you came this year, it's 200K. You came next year, it's 190. Sir, that estate is not real. You have to relocate. Are we together? So, real estate is another way. A lot of the people that are, you know, billionaires or whatever, there are those that are billionaires with real estate. Walmart, for example, a lot of their wealth is because of the real estate that they own. In fact, many people, even Jeff Bezos, part of his wealth is from real estate. So let me now ask you, I've been here real estate, can't we even buy land somewhere? Start somewhere. Start, if you live in Lagos, start in the outskirts. You see, the key is to start. Always remember my small Ferrari. Start. You know, I will buy a house in Banana Island. Sir, you have not bought banana. You are saying you want to buy a house in Banana Island. Wake up. You are playing games with your destiny. Wake up. So, real estate. The number 4, and that's where I'm going to stop, is shareholding. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nobody that's in the billionaire list by salary. Forget, it's not there. 1, by salary, they are not there. So, let's even remove salary. So, if you are depending on salary to arrive there, it's like going on a skateboard from Nigeria and hoping to land in America. Sir, it doesn't work. You will move, but you cannot arrive. So, you are thinking that your movement qualifies you for arrival. It doesn't, sir. So you have to know. You have to know. All right, Lord, I'm coming. So shareholding. So Jeff Bezos, look at it. Elon Musk became, I think he became number 3 or so. He went ahead of our brother, my brother in the Lord, Facebook. What's his name again? Zuckerberg. Yeah, and all that. But he dropped again. How did he go up? You see that they moved number 3 to number 5, number 4. You know they're moving. They're oscillating. Why are they oscillating? It is the value of their shares. The shares for Elon Musk and Tesla went up to almost about $500 per share for maybe about 200 or something. And that was how he just moved up. And how did he move? He just owns shares. When Femi Otedola, because some people cannot just call their name, Femi Otedola, when he got to, he had shareholdings in Forte Oil. That was what he sold. My question is, how many shares do you have? You see, I actually think that this is the one that many of us can latch onto, because we miss the inheritance bus, not by our own fault, but by predestination. Many of us are married already. We miss the marriage bus already. We can do real estate, that's one. But this other one, someone said, how many plots can my small salary buy? I'm telling you, do you know there are some real estate firms that are selling per square meter today? Go and buy tomorrow, go and buy 1 square meter. Then next month, buy 2 square meters and start doing. That's the thing. Thank you for bringing that up. Start. Don't be telling yourself, I can go and find out. Get there. Let them tell you this land is 50 million. You tell them, I'll be back. I'm coming. Then you go back. You now go and start from inside. You know, this is how people register. You start from far, then you come near. That's how you walk. Anyway, shareholding. One of the strategies I want to have. Can you imagine if today, now there are companies in Nigeria. There's one called PiggyVest. I like those guys, young guys. Can you imagine if when I met them, you know, many years ago, I said to them, you know, I like what you're doing, you know, if I do any project, you know, I'd like to invest. Maybe I give them 50 million and then maybe they give me maybe 20% of the shares. At that time, oh, not now, they wouldn't even do that. Can you imagine if and when this decide to go public, PiggyVest shares, and then the share moves from maybe the opening shares maybe 3 naira. Before you know it, in a few years, that 3 million naira, that 3 naira is now maybe 80 naira. It grows. That's how shares grow as organizations do better. So, do you know one of my prayers? And you should pray that prayer. God, the next PiggyVest, let me know that when they are small boys, that's the best time to tell them, are you interested in venture capital? I'm telling you, it is one of the major keys. Let me say this to you. You can own shares of certain organizations. If they blow, you blow with them. That's the thing about it. If they unblow, you unblow with them. So you need to be very smart about these things. All right. So shareholding now in different sectors. Now the first share is your own. Oh. What are you building? What are you investing in? Number one, start with a revolving wealth fund. Have something and be intentional about it. Be looking for opportunity. I don't have time to teach about everything tonight because I want to try to keep the time as much as possible and then maybe answer a few questions. But you have to be intentional about it. I'm telling you, the new apples, you know, apples are not the only fruits. They are new fruits that are being birthed today. Your ability to see them, all right? Someone said, come and take a look at my company. Talk to me. I'm serious. If you're coming to look, I'll check the basics. You know, they call them, you know, the fundamentals. I'll check those things. If I see that you are committed to it, I mean, we can have a conversation. I'm serious. I'm not playing. All right? And look, it's one of the biggest things that is happening. There are people today that they're not investing in stock markets. They're investing in organizations. They're investing in individuals. They know that they will make a bit of loss, but when it gets right, the share, and they have a strategy. The strategy from the onset, for some of them, for example, they start it to sell the organization. They even buy companies. I heard about this set of guys. They're in Nigeria. For those that don't, you know, they're Nigerians. They actually buy companies, fix them, and sell them. Guys, I'm telling you that millionaire status is not going to be a walk in the park. I said millionaire status, I'm talking about millionaire in dollars. And that means, therefore, because some of you might now be very like, where did I start from? Don't worry, start from where you are. But number two, you have to become more financially intelligent. I told you I'm reading books. I'm trying to do things. I'm testing stuff. It's so important and it's very, very critical. All right? Shareholding. Let me try to wrap this up as quickly as possible. Let's talk about Sir Femi Otedola. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 things that determine your outcome in life. Pretty much. I know there's the divine factor, no doubt about it. And God loves us and God wants amazing things. Someone says, much more will be shared by JT and AP7. Yes, guys, I'm not playing. I'm doing stuff, helping people to understand these finances better. So I have a program. Thanks for sharing that with them. It starts tomorrow and I'm quite excited. I think we have a few seats left and all that. We're going to be talking about different things because the beginning of it is to have a revolving wealth fund. You need more channels of income. The more hoses fill your bucket, the faster your bucket will be full. And so some of you might be limited because of the environment or promotion or blah, blah, blah. But there are other things you can do. We're going to talk about exportation. We're going to be talking about getting grants. We're going to be talking about online businesses. There are little things you can do that will shock you that can help you to make more money. And so you want to join EAP, and it's going to be amazing. 10 days, and it will not affect your job. You can do your job and do the program. It is very holistic. It is very sound. We have about 8 facilitators, myself, Steve Harris, Bankole Williams, Fernando Toyi, Olori Boye Ajayi, Adebola Ajayi. A number of people, we are bringing them together. Kwame, my brother from Ghana. All right, we're teaching about all these different areas, and it is going to be explosive, guys. And guess what I'm even going to do tonight? I'm going to tell them, if you know Jimmy is coming, go and put the link of the discount. In fact, All right. Oh, now let me see. All right, go put the link of the discount in my bio, or send me a DM if you still want to join. The program is $125, but I'll give you a 10% discount to $112.5. Now, I'm also working on mountains of income. And how do I work on that? By adding value to others. I've trained 473 people from over 20 countries, and not one has complained that I cheated them. So you can't be the first. I'm telling you, all of them getting extreme value. So you want to do better financially and many other areas of your life. And let me even tell you one other thing that EAP will do to you. Now listen to me. Let's go back to Femi Otedola. Listen to me. Now, there are 3 things that influence your outcome. Let me put it that way. It's starting tomorrow. We start in an afternoon session. All sessions are online on Zoom. All sessions are recorded, so if you miss any, you actually come back. We have sessions. This weekend is our orientation weekend, but we are going to watch about almost 6 videos. And they're going to have 2 sessions with me, live sessions with me. Then on Monday, we begin 5 sessions, 4 sessions at 6:15 a.m. Because the number 1 thing required for financial turnaround is discipline. We can't be lying down and hoping money comes. I'm sorry. We can shout money comment and we stand up to meet it on the way. Are we together? So guys, look at people that talk about their transformation in EAP. And they are doing many things. All right, so we start 6:15 a.m., 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. We take a break. We come back 2:30 to 3:30. We take a break. We come back 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have a final one by 8:30, and then we're gone. Guys, trust me, you don't want to miss it. Wale Ayilara is coming for EAP 7. Wale Ayilara, he shared it in the video. I know him very well. In 2016, he was earning 30K per month. I can't ever forget. And guess what? If you look at his page, he's doing something with the Lagos State government now. The other day, he was with the governor of Lagos State, and the governor was, you will see 2 people. The person carrying the phone usually is the person that wants to take the photo. And we saw the governor of Lagos State taking a picture with him. It says something, and has agreed to be in EAP. He's going to talk about how to do big things. I didn't tell many people about that. He's coming live session. Next week, Tuesday, his class is 7 p.m. He's going to be taking that session. Kwame is going to be talking about branding. These things are real, and that's the only thing I can do. So I'm building my own revolving wealth fund by adding value to others. And guys, let me say this to you. If you want to make money, you're going to have to spend money. I've spent the most on my development this year, and I've earned the most in my life this year. I'll say that again. I've spent the most on my development this year, and I've earned the most in my life this year. So guys, join EAP 7. It starts tomorrow. We run from tomorrow all the way to Sunday, but don't worry about it. We have people from America, people from Canada registered already, people from the UK registered. They are all excited. I chatted with them today. You can be part of it. So like I said, between now 12 midnight, just tonight, 12 midnight, excuse me, I'm going to give it 10% discount. So send me a DM, all right? Send me a DM or go to my bio, and I'll tell them to put the link up there. But send me a DM, you get a 10% discount. And that's fair. I think I'm trying. I'm a nice guy like that. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. I'm not through. 3 things that influence your outcome, including your financial outcome. I'll say that number 1 is your upbringing. Time difference, I understand. I have people I don't know where you're from, but there are people that are, I'm not sure how them from Australia, but from Poland, from St. Vincent and Grenadine, from Canada, US, a lot of people and all that. How much is it in Naira? It is at $125. I'm a nice guy. I put it at $450. I know dollar is $473 or whatever, but I put it at $450. So the original price is $56,250. But at 10% discount, it comes to $50,650. $56.50. Click the link you see. This Ferrari matter. We need to go. I'm serious. Businesses, you need to listen to Steve Harris. Steve has trained over 800 entrepreneurs in different sectors and is coming live on that program, and it teaches and those kind of things. Guys, Antigua, oh beautiful. I've not had someone from Antigua before. Don't worry, come. Now let me say this to you. Every next level requires sacrifice. Your sacrifice might be timing. And I like how you said it, God help me. God help you. So join, and then God, you see, you cannot know God's help until you have joined though. So join and you're fine. Okay. And guys, thank you, Mommy Dem. All the videos will be downloadable by you. You can keep them forever. That's what I do. So now let me now tell you again, I said it on Tuesday. When you finish EAP, you automatically graduate into the EAP community of the 470 people from over 20 countries. You have a problem with networking, you will meet people. You will meet people from all over the world. Someone said, join what? We are joining the Ferrari Grand. I'm not joking. But there's a program called the Exponential Accountability Program that I'm putting together. It starts tomorrow, runs for 10 days. We talk about different areas. In fact, what I'm about to share will throw more light on what EAP will help you with. Because it's not only about knowing, you can know exploitation, you can know about grants, you can know about business, you can know, we teach, you are going to get a pack of videos, John Obidi, special videos that will be delivered to you. You are going to want 3 John Obidi videos. If you don't know John Obidi, you don't know those that are moving stuff online. So guys, it's very powerful and all that. So let me go back. I need to finish. I'll talk about EAP before I finish. Listen to me. 3 things that in every area, in your marriage, your health, your finances, your level of achievement that influence your outcome strongly. Write them down. Number 1 is your upbringing. Someone said, will I buy a Ferrari after joining EAP? Yes, at least you can buy the toy one I was holding. That's the first step. But if you keep going, you will get there. For your kids, even for kids, don't worry. You will buy the toy Ferrari, but eventually you buy the main one. I'm serious, okay? Yes, the Jimmy company to please pin the link, to register here. That's fine, okay? Now, let me quickly finish this. I need to finish this, okay? So please, somebody have to call OG or whatever. Let them pin it very quickly. Let them do that. Now, 3 things. Let me say that. I've been saying 3 things this morning. Number 1 is your upbringing. Guys, we are victims of our upbringing with or without our permission. I'll list them first, then I'll explain them. Your upbringing. You are, as I'm talking to you right now, you are a victim. And when we say victim is not always a bad word, because you can go to a good place and they just do giveaway and they give 1 million. You are a giveaway of 1 million. Do you get my point? You are a victim of a giveaway of 1 million. In other words, there's an impact on you. That's what I mean by victim in that regard. So number 1, you are a product of your upbringing. Number 1. Number 2, you are a bobo stick. That's my brother. All right, Steve Harris. He's going to be live and. Even this boy, he coaches me on business, so I'm telling you, I want to make some major moves. Steve Harris, thank you. Jimmy Company. All right, so that's the link. No, that's join EAP. So Jimmy Company, please pin the link for the discount tonight. All right, thank you, Senate Ola. I appreciate that. But ping, let's have the link for the discount. Wow, 12 more minutes. All right. Number 1 is upbringing. Number 2 is your environment. And I will prove it with Mr. Sir Femi Otedola. Your environment. Then number 3, strong emotional experiences. Number 1, your upbringing. Ladies and gentlemen, look, some people, the upbringing they went through has already limited them from being millionaires in dollars by design. I remember growing up, and I love my parents and all that, but in the environment, and that's about where we are. When we say millionaire, it's some people that live in Lagos. I grew up in a city called the ancient city of Ibadan. So even though they're in Ibadan, they are them. And that is, if I was born under a millionaire, there's a way of think. When Sir Femi Otedola was born, did you hear the statement he made? Guys, hear what he said. He said, and I quote, "It is, I believe it's my destiny to make billions every month." He has always had that thinking. Many people grew up with a thinking that it's our destiny to pay bills. I'm serious. Now, they didn't teach you, but they trained you. The training is not by what they say, it's by what they did. And if you adopted it without your permission, without your consciousness, and it is running your life currently. EAP allows you to break with one of the things that I'm a transformational coach, you want to call me that and all that. We use certain methodologies to break the things that are limited. Look, someone says, but I live abroad. There are people abroad that are still thinking that way. I'm telling you. Yeah, if I live abroad, if I live in America, I people say, if you earn more $50,000, you're doing very well. I'm like, no, sir, I want to have $1 million. I want to do $1 million. How can I be in America and not make $1 million, sir? Even in Nigeria, we are trying. Are we together? So we have to wake up. He said, I believe, thank you. He said, so do you know what runs his life? Billions. Yeah, you said millions, keep it. And honestly, where I am now, I'm not even thinking billions, because you cannot arrive somewhere without passing through some places. You cannot arrive at billion without passing through some places. Are you hearing me? So right now, my personal journey is to have multi-million dollars. That's where I'm already targeting right now. And I'm grateful to God for how far I've come, but I am on a journey, intentional journey. I'm going to write a book, for example, and I publish books locally in Nigeria, but I'm going to publish a book in America, and they'll pay me $1 million. I'm talking to some people now. I spoke to an agent in New York some time ago. He told me his fee, how much I'll pay him, and they already told me we'll get a book deal. And in America, the book deals are, it's a different ball game. It's not like in Nigeria, come and buy you, let's do book launch. No, as you release the book, it is in 200 bookshops across the world. Sir, I didn't come here to suffer. I came to drive Ferrari. Hey, let's finish this, my God. All right. So in EAP, we work on that because one of the key things is your mindset. It's so important. If you knew me last year, you will know I'm not the same person this year. Go and watch my videos. The way I'm talking is a lot different because there's a transformation somewhere inside. And that's even what God wants for you, by the way. All right. So, upbringing, the way they brought you up. Don't do this. Steve Harris always tell you a story about how his father said we must manage. And on one day, he was talking to his wife and he said, don't we know we have to manage? And that's when he realized that his upbringing, he was still a victim of that. I wonder what victim you are right now. And this is a form of deliverance. We might not shout, we might not scream, but you become rich. I'm telling you, once your mind changes, things begin to change in your life. It's a reality. So I'm a certified coach and all that. And what we do is that we've incorporated the spiritual part to it, but there's also the coaching. There is neuro-linguistic programming that is there. I don't do therapy because that one is a bit deep and all that. But again, there are people that are therapists and they can help people. Yeah. So guys, the most important thing is that you are able to transform. All right. Can you please post the link again? The discount link, I will pin it. I'll pin the discount link. All right. Okay. Beautiful. So, where was I? Upbringing, number one, the environment. If you are, one thing my wife and I, the first house we got when we got married was a really low class area because I believe that where you start does not matter, where you end is what matters. But we made a vow very early. Yes, let me pin that also. Beautiful. We made a vow very early and we said, once our children are born, we will relocate from that place. I don't want my children to see certain things. It's choice. Don't be angry. That you saw some things, there's hope for you. But my own children, you see, when we are running 100 meters, you can start at 0, you can start at 10 meters, you can start at 100 meters, some people are starting at 400 meters for a 400 meter race. So don't be angry. Are we together? So it is important, like I said, to your environment. Guys, now, one of the things that will transform your environment is the relationships you have. Somebody said if you have 6 poor friends, you are the 7th one. Because without your permission, they affect you. In EAP, we've had people that are in oil and gas. They join the program. We have people that are from different countries, like I've said. People that are multi-millionaires that I know. I'm serious. And they are part of the program. And you are blessed by the program. You will meet them. So rather than stay in a local government, come to the global government of EAP 7. It starts tomorrow. 10% discount brings to 112.5, dollars now. That's $50,650. Send me a DM, all right? You should be able to, if you have it. If you can't have it, don't worry. Maybe eventually we might do EAP 8. I don't know when and if that's going to happen. But at least you are learning something tonight. Because somebody said to me, Jimmy, how can you be charging people money? And I have to charge money. You think I came out to play? I said I'm going for multi-million dollars. I said I'm not charging money. So I'm not playing games here. We are serious about where we are going to. But again, this is free. Are you not learning stuff? It's free, so you can use this one. But if you want more, because there's more, there is actually much more, then come for EAP 7. It starts tomorrow. That's the link there. If you click that link there, just open it in the page and come back to this show and all that. You can use your card to pay and all that. If you are having struggle, just send me a DM in that regard. On Tuesday, I gave 5 people an opportunity. You'll be shocked. Some people did not even send. I know some wanted to send. So I think I can still accommodate 3 people. That because some people are like cash flow. Because millionaires like us also believe in cash flow. So you say, okay, Jimmy, I have 50% of it now, tonight. I want to do that. And then maybe by next week or whatever, I can get a bit balance. Send me, I'll respond to you. I'm a nice guy, honestly speaking. But we ain't playing here. We are not playing here. Now let me try to finish this because we have just 5 minutes left. So upbringing, So look at Mr. Safemi Otedola. Look at his upbringing. He was not born behind the desert. So it was easier for him. Now, many of us, we are adjusting our upbringing. They are bringing us up again. And it's okay. The earlier you are brought up again, the better it is for you. Next thing is your environment. You have to be intentional. And one of the biggest things about the environment in EAP, guys, anybody in EAP will let you know about when I teach about prometrics. One of my biggest teachings is on prometrics. And I teach you from cultural anthropology about how your environment, your relationships are either cramping. I know you have had it. Say, either what to do. If you don't understand it, that's why you're still working with people that, either work with fools. The companion of fools will be destroyed. Wake up. Join EAP. See, there's a lady here, I call the lady Yoruba. That lady joined EAP. She teaches Yoruba. She has clients in the US today because she attended EAP. Guys, so we are not playing. I just saw her name. She said, we are here to drive Ferrari. From Yoruba, we drive Ferrari. No problem. All right. So let's finish it. The last one, strong emotional experiences. Many people are still not recovering from strong emotional experiences. Things that happened, your father was rich. A lot of people happened to them. Your father was very rich. There's something bad happened. And I know I had friends like that. And many people don't recover from that. Many of them just want to manage through life. Sir, you are not a manager, you're a leader. Financial leader, there's a financial management part, just like in any organization, but you are called to financial leadership. You are the head and not the tail. Above only and not beneath. Don't be playing games. Let's move forward. Let's be able to buy Ferrari and not buy it. You can have the to buy Ferrari and drive a Honda Accord. It's okay. But don't be like, no, I just like this on that. I'm not driving Ferrari, that's why. If you drive with your life with it, you have a strong emotional experience. One of the first experiences I had, I used to have one car like this. I didn't know the car was making noise until I drove my brother-in-law's car that was newer. All of a sudden, I drove my car. I just hearing music that I didn't ordain. I knew how to change. Guys, your association matters. Strong emotional experiences. EAP is a strong emotional experience. It marks your life. I'm committed to the guys in EAP. We're doing something, we're taking the EAP, we're launching it. It's going to be massive. So once you go through EAP, then you now join the EAP community. So it doesn't end. Let me tell you where it ends. It ends when you do very well. That's what I'm committed to. We will have an EAP tribe, another small selection of people that we are working on them on their achievements, their goals. We are redesigning. We've been running the tribe now for a few months. I know that it's been great. We are learning, we are adjusting. So this is what I am investing my life into. The way I'm talking this way is the way I talk when I do EAP. So guys, I'm saying this to you that if you know you want something more, please stop hoping for something more. Please stop it. Let me tell you what God does. When you pray and say, God, I need a change. Sometimes, all of a sudden, someone you don't know, you're walking on the street, will just call you and say, I know you. You look like Mr. Komalafe and give you $1 million. But it's usually 1 in 1 million people. And I learned something. That if only one person will get out of 1 million, don't assume you are the one. Assume you are part of the other one so you can work to become the one. That's the way that it works. Join the program. It's an investment into your life. I tell you today, live online, if you don't get value from it, I will return your money. I'm that rich. I'll return your money. Are we together? It's not a problem for me. The program, every time we do EAP, I ask them, how much minimum should I have charged? The average, they said, is $500. So I'm doing a favor. I'm investing in you. So please, don't come my DM and say to me, Jimmy, why are you charging? Some people have sent me messages. Why are you charging money? You should be helping people. Mr. Ladako, amazing woman. She's older than I am, but she's changing, and we're still going to have a conversation and all that. She's doing new things. It's not too late for you. The last EAP, we had a 62-year-old man. Just be hungry. You don't need to be old. Just be hungry. What life requires is not your age, it's your hunger. If upbringing and environment have not helped you, you need strong emotional experiences. Let me tell you about one I heard about Alibaba. I remember the story about Alibaba and Basket Mouth. Alibaba was already doing comedy and all those kind of things. Basket Mouth was still upcoming. Basket Mouth, for those that don't know, Basket Mouth is a comedian now in Nigeria. But then he was a rapper, R-A-P-P-R. Yo, what's going on? Yeah, that's what I was doing, but there was no money. So one day, as the story goes, I had Alibaba share the story. Sorry, let me take my Lucozade boost as usual. So they went to another state in Nigeria for an event, And when they got there, guys, you know, there was another well-known musician that was playing and playing and playing, and Alibaba could not perform. And so he had to go back to Lagos. And so he goes to the organizer and says, sir, I need to leave. The man apologized, you know, is this man, people love him. How much is your money? And he said, my money is 400,000 naira. This was maybe in 2004, 2005. Like that back, that's 15 years ago. 400,000 naira. And then the man counted the cash and gave it to Alibaba. Alibaba is a comedian in Nigeria. So he hands it over to Basket Mouth. And then they enter the car. So they're driving back to Lagos. Alibaba notices that Basket Mouth is so quiet. Oga, what's wrong with you? He says, sir, you did not perform. And they paid you 400,000. Then Alibaba gave him a strong emotional experience. He said, that's the balance. He said, they had paid me 350,000 before. The balance is 400,000. He said, from that moment, Basket Mouth was shut. Guys, if you don't have something that makes you quiet, you have not gotten a strong emotional experience. Something that will make you think. Not just to think, but will make you change. By the time they got to Lagos, Basket Mouth said, all right, according to them, he said, in this comedy, we will die there. Has he not died there? Guys, there's something we must die for. And that brings me to the last thing I want to talk about to you. Look, we started off by talking about choices. There are always, in life, there are always two versions of life you can live. Hear me, please, this is very important. I share this in very intimate trainings. There are always two versions of life. Let me tell you the first version of life. The one you are currently living. The second version is the one you can live. There's a version that is just beyond your fear. There's one that is at the end of your courage. There's one that is at the end of your education and enlightenment. There's one that is at the end of your steps that you will take. Yes, life happens. Trust me, even in EAP, after the excitement, usually life happens and all that. But I told them this morning, guys, I'm happy you didn't quit. If you don't quit, you will get there. So I'm saying to you that if you believe, I saw some of you say, oh, if I got $1 million today, I'll resign. Why have you not resigned? You might need a strong emotional experience. Guys, yesterday I was online and I saw something that got me afraid. Somebody said, I listened to you on Tuesday, Money Heist. She says, let me see if I can find it. Yes. Is that her? No. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it so I can read it the way it is. I hope I can find it. Anyway, cut story short. She says, I heard you on that day, and the following day, Wednesday, I resigned my job. As I read, I was like, what? That's not what I said. But she said, no, that's what I want to do. You said something that made me choose to do what I must do. Of course, she had planned it. She had plans, but she resigned. She had me on Tuesday. Now you must resign from mediocrity. It might not be from your job. It might not be from your business. But anything that is mediocrity, what is mediocrity? A level that is beneath you that you are managing. You are not called to be a manager. Are we hearing me? If you manage your life throughout, you have only one life. I'm living my life to the full. I am living my life to the full. This Ferrari will drive it. Now, is that I buy it? Not what I said though. Is that I buy it, or when I go to Ferrari World in Dubai, I will drive it. One of the two will happen. But you know you can't even go to Dubai by night bus. You know, it's choice, financial choice. So what am I saying to you in essence? I'm saying to you that there are two versions of life. You have to choose the one you want. I've chosen to live the best life possible. I make mistakes. I make mistakes along the way. But I'm grateful to God that He helps me to bounce back. Oh, man. Bouncing back, oh. In fact, sorry, I don't bounce back, I bounce forward. I'm telling you. Yes, I bounce forward. I've made up my mind. Guys, I'm 42 years old. In 8 years, I'll be 50. By 50, I don't want to do this consulting. No. By 50, I must sit on board of directors. I'm looking for, one of my strategies for the next few years is to look for organizations that are interested in going public in the future. I'm serious. Let me just own shares there. I'm telling you, just sit down but of course, contribute to their development, connect them to places. I know people in government and all that, open doors for them. If they blow, I blow. It's that simple. Guys, we have to make this happen. We don't have time. We don't have time. Today, by the end of today, you are 1 day older. 1 day out of your life has gone. So somebody here needs to make a choice. I mean, you have learned something tonight. Go and take what you have learned and go and use it. But number two, if you need more, come for EAP. I'm telling you again, if you don't get value, I'll return 100% of your money. If you prove it to me, not the one that you're a thief. All right, but you guys don't look like thieves. You look like, someone says, are they sponsoring? No, I just like them. And you know what? I can keep drinking with it. You never know. One day they just call me. You'll be like, sir, we heard that you're always drinking now. Can you be a brand ambassador? Yes. How much are you going to pay? It's that simple. I'm telling you. Hey, Makosi, if I blow, I'm telling you, we blow. Now, let me say this to you. Please, guys, we have to be intentional, financially smart. I didn't talk about that, financial instruments, and all the kind of ways to get wealth and all that. And if you have never heard me speak before, next week, Tuesday, I'm coming again. We're going to have a session for money heist and all that, because every Tuesday we do that, so please just watch out for that, so follow me. If you're not following me, please do. But I believe that one of the key things that's happening, because a lot of people have started new enterprises because of COVID, and many of them will need help. And so many of them, there'll be opportunity. They can even say, that we're going to do debt financing. Wow, it's past time. No, beautiful. They want to do debt financing with an option of, equity. What that means is that if you loan them 15 million naira, now, you can't loan people 15 million naira if you don't have 15 million naira. Start building your revolving wealth fund. Start from somewhere. Start tonight. Start tomorrow. Tonight, someone should just transfer money to a place they cannot touch. I'm telling you, invest it in something. Buy real estate. I've told you, if you don't know the difference between real estate and estate, watch this video all over again. We need Makosi part 2. Yes, Makosi. Yeah. Makosi, we'll talk. She's very busy and all that, but we'll see how that goes. All right. So guys, hear me. This is so important. I'm saying this because yesterday the internet was agog. Yes, debt for equity swap. Thank you. What that means is that I borrow you money now, and then what happens is that whenever you decide that you want to now raise equity, I can convert my debt. That 15 million I owed you, I can now convert it to shares in the organization. So you are going to have to take a chance, but you cannot do that if you don't have a revolving wealth fund. In my new book, I won't tell you the title yet. All right. One of those books, I talk extensively about the revolving wealth fund. It's the thing I did not know that I wish I'd known 20 years ago. If I started building it if I started building 20 years ago, I will not be where I am today. You need something that is generating for you. So you will not be working every day. No, we are not called to work every day. At the point, after a while, the thing should be, there's one generator. It runs by what we call the Flywheel Principle. Some of you might not know that generator. It's old, very big. It had this, handle. And we'll put it, we'll fix it in, then we'll wind it. It's always hard. You wind it. After a while, the thing will just start rolling by itself. That's how it works. We've never worked for the first few years. You'll be saved. You will just see 2 million naira. You'll be like, oh man, keep going. Never get discouraged. Keep going. Sources we need to talk. All right. And speaking your language, that's the language I speak in EAP, and all my speakers also. All right. So let's talk. Let's see. Let's make this happen. All right. So guys. All right, let's do this. So I promise you, we're going to talk about channels of money making in EAP. We're talking about exportation. We're talking about getting grants from global organizations. Do you know that there are grants for businesses? That's another problem. Right now, Facebook is doing grants. I think Google also, they're doing grants again. So I say, it's human beings they give it to. We're going to talk about, now, it's not about, Sako, how are you doing? You know the generator, I'm telling you, yeah. All right, so these grants are available. There are many of them are available that you don't even know. Somebody called me some time back and said, there's a company that wants to give grants to businesses and all this kind of thing. Do you know anybody? And it was the only people I remembered that I was able to recommend. So if I can't remember you, but if you join EAP, I'll remember you, okay? So guys, so you need to learn channels of money making. To build your revolving wealth fund, you need many channels. So your multiple streams of income are there. Now you get to a point where the other, after a while, the interest is what you begin to live on. I have uncles, like I told you on Tuesday, that don't live on their revolving wealth fund. They live on the interest of the revolving wealth fund. If you have $10 million, that you have accrued in different things, and you get an average of 10% interest every year, what that means is you get $1 million as interest. You can live on $1 million. What are you doing? All right? Even if you buy a Ferrari and you live in America, you can actually lease the Ferrari and all that. Okay? You want to be related with me closely. See, I want to relate with you. But the fastest way to relate with anybody is to join what they are doing. What I'm doing is EAP. There are people I was mentioning their name. I know Promise. Do you get my point? You see, it's a product of EAP. I know all of them now. All right? Some of them I've not met them, but I know them. So if you join the program, I'm telling you, see, if you want to meet people, find out what they are doing and join them. That's just the way. Because if I say I want to meet you directly, I know you're a great man and all that, but there are probably 50 people that are lining up. I will not be meeting people and I will not meet my financial target. So you join, you meet me. I'm telling you. And that's how you begin to grow. And I'm being very frank and open about this. One other thing will help you with EAP. See, guys, many of you, you don't know it, but you're suffering from what we call financial shyness. You don't know how to ask for money. You can earn a salary, but if you want to go out to sell something in EAP, I teach you how to sell. In fact, that session is on Tuesday or on Monday in the afternoon, because I found out that until I could sell, look at me selling tonight in dollars. Can you imagine? I couldn't do it before. I'll be like, so there's this program, so send me a DM. I'll tell you the price. No, now it's $125, and that's the list. We'll keep going on because the part of the just as the channel that shall better and better. Are we together? So I've learned it. I have to work. So in EAP, we teach about breaking limiting beliefs. Many of you have limiting beliefs. I don't want to talk about them now. So we talk about breaking limiting beliefs. Practical stuff. How can you join? Click that link at the bottom that is pinned and all that. Click, make the payment. You read about the program there. Make the payment. If you have any problem with the link, send me a DM. I will give you a bank account, and that way you are able to be a part of the program. That's how we work. It's that simple. And we start tomorrow. So the orientation class is tomorrow afternoon, 2:30. We have another session by 7 p.m. in the evening and all that. Saturday, you wake up with one video that will tamper with the negative, strong emotional experiences you had that are limiting you. And then you start going all through the day. By Sunday evening, your brain will be charging. And then I come and I calm you down a bit. Then on Monday, we fire. We fire from Monday. Fela Dotu is coming. Ask the last guys that attended EAP 6 about Fela session. It's not everything you know. I'm telling you. There are things that are shared in the back end that we don't hear in front. And those things are the things we're going to be talking about. So guys, it's going to be beautiful. Relationships. Many of you are too poor with relationships for you to do what you need to do. You say, I'm shy. In EAP, we do deliverance service. And it's not about laying, no. There are some things I will say to you. You yourself, you will remove shyness from your head like a wig. Are we together? So we address all of these things, and it's just always beautiful. So we have executive show. We are bringing, there's one guy, a star guy I'm bringing. Like I said, I'm bringing one later next week and all that. There's somebody in the US I'm trying to bring also. And then we have networking sessions. Everybody's required to present. Yeah, you can see the comments. I didn't pay them for it, too. I didn't pay them for it. They're telling you the truth. Thank you, frankly, for joining. Thank you. It's important. Somebody said to me, Bami, doctor, if you know the people that have joined the program, all manner of people doing different things, okay? So please join. Like a Brazilian, yes, remove it like a Brazilian wig. I'm telling you. Then you can now see, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you. It is not a sin to buy a wig of 250K. Just be able to afford it. And it's choice. And honestly, have you seen the wig of 250K? It's very fine. So when they say you're wearing land, it depends on where. Some land is not real estate. So let's even balance those things, because sometimes I understand what it means. You need to know the level where you are and be targeting. But it's not a sin to desire to wear a wig of 250K, ladies and gentlemen. Because if you say it is a sin, you will never reach it. I'm telling you. And it's just here. It's just, it's just okay. But be able to afford it too. Not the one you have to lose your soul to get it. Are we together? Yes. So it's important. So channels of money making, relationships, we're going to do all of that. And we also do assessments. We do the DISC assessment. There's another one I want to do because I realized there are types of people. This one was not an EAP 6. I'm bringing to EAP 7 and all that. So we have people. I'm a creator by design. And as a creator, there are certain kind of businesses I'm more inclined towards. All right. There are people who are collaborators. There's a certain kind of businesses they're inclined towards. Yes, you can click on the pin link. Click it, click away. All right. There are people who are executors. There are the kind of investments and the kind of things they can get into and all that. So you need to understand. So in EAP, we talk about self-awareness, intelligence a lot. And so we bring this. It's a well-rounded program. And then I'll be very honest with you. All right. We pray, because this thing, we need wisdom and we need power. Sorry. Someone said to his wife, I need power. His wife said, it's not power. It's power. He said, the money I need does not need power. It needs power. So we pray. All right. I'm a man in progress. So God is still working on me. I have my things that God will be like, this Ibano boy. All right. Well, I'm getting better, but we pray. And the purpose of my prayer is not me, it's him. All right? And so we spend some time looking God's word, we share. And we've had people of different religions. I love them. Come the way you are. Come, I'm serious. And all that. And it's so important. And many people tell me that, oh wow, God spoke to me. And I'm like, that's one of the biggest capacities. Remember I spoke about it afternoon, kappa and capacity. Yes, you need it. So we do that, but it's not intrusive. I tell you about I pray the way I pray, and I ask you better pray. Don't be looking at me. Even MC Amma said we need to pray just to make it today. So if MC Amma can say it, you better wake up. All right, so we do that. So tomorrow our session is 2:30 and 7 o'clock. Saturday, we have 3 videos all through the day that I'll be shared with you. We'll release it, you watch it, you digest it. Then we'll come Sunday morning, no session, because you should be doing whatever you're doing. Sunday afternoon, we have another session. That session is one of the most explosive. Then Sunday evening, we'll meet together. We'll do a Q&A session, powerful. Then Monday morning, 6:15 a.m. Nigerian time. All right, so then the US is 12 midnight. You can still do that, all right? 6:15 a.m. We run that from 6:15 a.m. to almost 7 a.m. Then we come for success code, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then we're off. Go and do your day. Then we come back 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. If you miss it for any reason, we send you the link right after so you can actually watch and download the video. And then in the evening, we come back by 7 p.m. Nigerian time, all right? And then we have a session that we do the final prayer every day. Guys, my biggest joy is not that I will drive a Ferrari, but that you will drive it. I'm serious. If you know me, you will know that that's what drives me, okay? And I want to go across the world to be able to help people to know this. I could have lived a lower level of life, but I love the life I'm living now. I've not gotten where I'm going, all right? I don't know when the next EAP will be, but when it comes eventually, you will know, all right? But I only know the next one. It starts tomorrow and all that. So if you can sacrifice, if you can sell your wig, I'm just playing, all right? But I'm serious. If you can sell your wig, make it happen, all right? And let's make it happen. See, Tim Fash is from Canada. Great. So guys, that's about it. So I think I've answered questions. I've spoken so much tonight. Let me boost my Lucozade boost again. All right. If you work with them, tell them that there's one guy promoting them. Any final questions tonight? I just saw relationships again. Guys, you see, I do stuff with government. I teach you in the class. So there's someone I'm working with right now. There's a way to get government jobs and still maintain your integrity. All right? I've learned it. I always teach that in government, if you want to do government business, the door of government has only one handle. And the handle is where inside. If they don't open it, you're not coming there. You can't do billions without government, though. I'm telling you. The moment you start doing billions, FIRS will visit you, LIS, if you're in Lagos, will visit you, one IRS will visit you, either way. And that's just the thing about it. So you need favor with governments, whether you like it or not. So you need to know people in government if you're going to do big things. So I teach about those things. And then I teach about my mistakes. I've made mistakes, many mistakes, and I'm open. And then we also have a session where we talk about marriage, family, those kind of things, relationships, and all that. Because I think that is one area that destabilizes a lot of people and all that. I don't have a perfect marriage. I'm working on mine to get better and all that. I'll be 15 years by December this year, but hey, we're working at it. It's called Men at Work, okay? So we talk about those kind of things. I'm even hoping to do one EAP wedding very soon, Two of them meet and, we make it happen. So guys, I don't think you have any questions again tonight. So thank you. See, I've just enjoyed, I've spoken for 1 hour, 90 minutes. I can go for 2 hours again, all right? Okay? Hey, Val, good to see you. I can go for 2 hours again, but I'm not going for 2 hours again. He says it's good to get him Ferrari. Find out. All right, guys. So thank you very much. Again, like I said, click the link right now. This link is 10% off. When this link goes off, you have to go and click the link in my page, in my bio that does not have 10% off. So click the link right now and go join. That's number one. Number two, if you have an issue with the link, send me a DM. I will get someone to respond to you, either myself or somebody else tonight. This 10% is for tonight. It doesn't extend to tomorrow. Okay? So we'll share that. And then if I'm going to give about 3 people an opportunity that say, Jimmy, I honestly need to work on this. I can bring 50% and then I'll bring the other 50%. Only 3 people will please send a DM. Send a DM to me. I'll respond to every DM, or I ensure every DM is responded to. So thank you very much, everybody. EAP people, thank you. I love you guys. You guys are always there rooting for me and all that. Thank you for letting them know that this is not a lie. That is true. I'm so honored, very honored to be a part of the success story. Every one of you. Can you imagine when we have like 1,000 EAP people? I'm going to be a big boy. I can just go to any country, and I know there are people there that I know in government, people that I know in commerce, people I know that, movers and shakers. So I'm one of the most blessed and most privileged and all that. So thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. Got to go right now. So EAP, for those that are joining me, I'll see you tomorrow. That is how to know Jimmy Tewe. Join EAP. I can promise you, you will know Jimmy Tewe. All right. So thank you very much. Let me play the music I was playing before. So I say, I can't play that kind of music. Okay, calm down. It's just gelato. All right. So thank you very much. Somebody says the price is much less than it's worth. Yes, EAP community is taking over. We'll be jetting from one country. I like what you said. Not we are going to be going. We are jetting. So you have defined the boundaries of our movements. We are jetting from one country to another. Beautiful. All right. Yes. If I see you, good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.